video, I'm going to show you how to create age group using Excel. Perhaps maybe you have a data like the one I have here, where you have the client date, birth date, their ID, the sex, the age, and you want to group them. Maybe this is the kind of result you're expecting, that at the end of the day each client will have the age group they belong to showing side by side, such that at the end of the day you can add a filter to it, and any age group that you are interested in, you can know the number of persons under that very age group. Like you have 15 to 24 here, you can see that the number here is 504. Maybe you are interested in knowing the number of males, so you have 336 males, and then over here you have 168 of them being female. If you are interested in doing it this way, then you can use VLOOKUP. But if you are interested in having the two of them this way, where you have female and then you have male, then you can use Pivot Table. So this is the age group to be less than 5, and then 5 to 14, maybe 65 and above. So maybe these are the kind of things you want to work on. I will show you the both instances. I'll demonstrate that and then you choose the one that best suits what you want to do. So over here I have the data I'm interested in. I'll say yes, VLOOKUP. This is a data set that the what value am I looking up here is the age. I'll put a comma, then table array. I've already set up an age category where the age here is 0, and on the 5 category 0 is found on the 5 category, and then I have 5 to be the age, and you have 5 to 14. Any number that is less than 5 will be under 5, and you can observe that the age here is 5, and the least value for the intervals here is 5. The same thing, 15 here is 15 here, 65, 65. So depending on the age category you are interested in, but make sure that whatever category you have here, that the number of the age here should match the least value for each of the category. So I will just select here this way. This is what I've selected, and I'll put a comma, and then the next thing is the column index. This is column 1, column 2. This is the age category that I'm interested in, so I'm going to put 2 here. If I'm going to use the true or approximate match here, in that case I'm going to put it to be true. But if I want an exact match, then I'm going to put it to be false. So I'm using approximate match because, for instance, for the age group here 5 to 14, if I put 6 here, when I enter the formula and I finish setting it up, the values I'm going to have, if there is 6 among the age category, it may not really display the value for me. So in that case I'm going to use an approximate match. So in this case I'll put 2 here, and I'll close this, and I'll click on enter. So over here I have 45 to 54 to be the age group, right? I'll double click on this. If you observe very well, you see that there are some cells that don't have value, no value available. So to avoid things like this, I'll go back to that age category. If I don't want things like that to happen, I will just simply select this. I'll rename this and I'll call it age group, right? And then I'll click enter. such that the selection of this is referred to as age group. I'll go back to this, and then I'll simply come over here, then I will enter age group, right, and then I will click on enter. So that's the one I did, and I can essentially do the same thing here. You can see this has changed. I can repeat it here, and then everything has changed, right? So you can see that there is no cell here under this column that is having any missing value. So with this now, you can now add your filter and select the age group that you are interested in, any of the age group. Let's say you are interested in under 5. You can see that you have 1 male, 1 female. So let's move to the next way of doing it, which is using pivot table. I'm going to select this. So I'll click on insert pivot, and here I'll use new worksheet. I'm not using the existing worksheet, so I'll use a new worksheet. So I'll click OK. Over here, I'm going to bring the sets to be my column. I'll bring the age to be my values. I can also still bring the age here to be my row, and then I'll group it. I'll right click, I'll scroll down and select group. The starting value here for me is going to be 5. Anything less than 5 is under 5, and the ending value is going to be 64. Anything more than that is 65 and above, and the interval I'm using is 10. So depending on your own interval, then I will click OK. So if you look at here, what we have here is sum of age. I want it to be count of age, so I remove it and I bring it back here. I have it to be what? Count of age. So you can see that this exactly match with what we have here, that the numbers less than 5, under 5, you have 1 female and 1 male, just like when we have it here. You see that you have, you see that you have it here to be the same thing. Under 5 here is this 1 male and 1 female. That's what we have at the same space as well. So essentially, that's how to create age group using VLOOKUP and then using pivot. If you're using the VLOOKUP, that means you have to add filter in order to know the number of persons or the frequency of persons under each age group. But if you're using the pivot table, it's quite easier for you to get that even without adding filters. That's all. So if you have any question, you leave it in the comment section, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and equally share. Thank you.